Hello, I am Dr. Balasubramaniam Tyagarajan. Now today in our continuing session on Google Classroom and Google Drive, we will be seeing how to effectively use another Google application which has been integrated into Google Drive and Google Classroom. It is called Google Jamboard. So here to initiate Google Jamboard application, you go to the New button, go to More, and then under the More it will be listed here. It's called Google Jamboard. Initially Google developed this software to suit its unique hardware which it had already marketed. That was actually a Jamboard. It's actually a whiteboard where a teacher can write, draw and effectively simulate the blackboard teaching inside a classroom. And then as an afterthought, the software which was used to draw on the Jamboard hardware is being ported into the Google Drive, which is accessible via the Google Classroom. So any person with a valid Google ID can have access to the Google Jamboard. So Jamboard is actually a blackboard. You can use this Jamboard as a blackboard tool. Now this Jamboard is actually literally, it can be considered as a blackboard. So a teacher can effectively project this application and share the screen when conducting classes via Google Meet. Or if the hardware, the unique hardware for this it's called Jamboard hardware, which is actually a touch screen, the large board. If it is available, then you can use the same board where this software is incorporated into the board to deliver your lecture. But here, this Jamboard here, you can use it inside your system and you can use the same to deliver online lectures via Google Meet, or you can record a lecture and deliver it as a video lecture, posting it into the YouTube channel. Now here you can add a title to the Jam. By clicking here, you can add title to the Jam. Let me see. I am going to say eardrum. So that is going to be the title. The moment I add the title, it is seen here. And then by clicking this arrow here, I can create another frame. So it is actually, it goes frame by frame. Now the first frame is I have drawn I want to draw a diagram and explain the parts of the eardrum. Now here I have the choice of zooming in and zooming out. So I can zoom in. So if I say fit, it fits into the screen. I can just zoom out, zoom out. Then I can say 50%, yes. I can say 200%, it covers the entire screen. So I will give it a fit. If I give it a fit, all the tools will be visible in the same screen. Then what I will do is I can always undo whatever I have drawn here by clicking on this undo button. So what am I going to use to draw on this Jamboard? Typically, if you have an iPad and if you use your iPad to access this Jamboard resource by logging into your Google Drive, you can use the stylus. Suppose you have a touch screen provided with a stylus, you can use the stylus effectively to draw diagrams and illustrations and whatnot on the board. Now here it is provided with a pen. So you can say, for example, by long press this pen, it gives you the option of pen. It gives the option of marker, it gives the option of highlighter, it gives the option of brush. So you can choose the color. So here, this is the pen which we use to draw, for example, and then you have the option of changing the background color. So for example, I will say I can use dots as background pattern, or horizontal lines, or small squares, or darker squares, graph squares as your background. So I thought I will keep this background as white, and then I'm going to use this black color as a pen. And then here you can, by clicking here, you can, by long pressing here, you can give out various shapes. So we will draw a circle. So I have drawn a circle, and then this is a freehand draw. So if I want to clear, this is actually I want to erase, I just click this and use the eraser. It will erase only the currently drawn line. It won't erase the previously drawn line. So I have erased it. Now I am drawing it again. Then so this is actually the diagram I have drawn just to indicate the parts of the eardrum. Then if I want to clear the frame, I just need to just click this, the frame will go, entire board will become blank. Now I will undo this action to ensure that I brought back the figure. Now how am I going to name the parts? So let me see. Here, freeform shapes. Say you can choose an arrow. Say for example, I will use this arrow to indicate it. I can reduce the size of this arrow. Its arrow is too thick. What I will do is I will choose a free form, something we will use in our classic blackboard. Draw a line, draw arrow, and then I can, by clicking on the text box, create a text box. I will say handle, I will name it. So that is how you draw the diagram, and you can even write here by using the pen. You can write the whatever you want to teach the students. You can write in the blackboard. You can say eardrum. So I am using my mouse. That is the reason why I am finding it difficult to write these letters. If you have a stylus, it will be very effective. And then here you have the option, by look, you see here you can add an image if you want. So what we will do is, instead of cluttering this space, we will open up a new frame wherein we will import an image. So select files from my device. Let me see if I have if we have some file in the, say for example, what file I am having, image file. Let me see, pictures. Let me see if I'm, so here, see, the image has been incorporated. So you can import an image while you're taking a class. You can directly import an image from your you can import it from online. You can even import it from your web, and then you can start teaching the students continuously. Then you can allow your peers also to co-edit these jams by just clicking the share button. So if you share this, you can share it with others. You can give out a link so that others can access. So these are all the possibilities when you share this link. And then here there is something called laser. So while you take a class, you can say point it, draw, indicate it, then it will vanish in no time. See, you can point, say this is a semicircular canal. I will say I will point, and then it will vanish. And then so here arrows. So here you have various sizes of arrows, sharp arrow, side arrow. You can choose this to as an image to indicate your parts in a diagram. And now I am going to, if I want a sticky note, I can put a sticky note here. So it will be there. See, you can put a sticky note. You can salient points can be put inside the jam as a sticky note. So you can create jam with so many frames. With n number of frames, you can create a jam. It will form something called a notebook. And the same notebook, digitalized notebook, you can take the class, complete the class, and then you can always download the entire notebook as a PDF. So your entire class, the diagrams, the blackboard, how beautiful it is when you complete your class using blackboard and you are able to download the entire picture of the blackboard, what all you have written inside the blackboard, you are able to download and push it across as a PDF. You can download the entire thing as PDF so that you can send it across to the student. You can also save a specific frame as image. Supposing you have drawn diagrams on the Jamboard and you want to, you feel that the diagram is good, so you can always save the frame as an image. So you open the frame, say this is the second frame, I can always save the frame as image. So let me click and see. So it will get saved as an image. So here it is saved. I am opening, see, this is the image file which is showing the image as well as my sticky note. So you can save the image either as by clicking these three vertical dots, you can save the frame as image, or you can download the entire jam. All the frames in the jam will be combined together and it will be combined together into a single PDF file, so that you can use that to take effective classes. So I would love every one of you to make use of this unique facility. You can simulate your classic blackboard teaching within the confines of Google Meet and make your class that much interesting. And if you can use an iPad, or if you can use your what do you call it, your touch screen with a stylus, it will become a more effective tool. You will be able to write as if you're writing on a blackboard. If you have a stylus and if you have a touch screen, you can use a Wacom tablet as a touch screen to write on the screen. You can either use a Wacom tablet or you can use a Apple iPod. If you have money to spare, you go ahead and buy an iPad, or if you want a cheaper compromise, you can go and use a Wacom tablet. You can use a Wacom tablet, and here if you use that Wacom tablet, your system, it can be a laptop or a desktop, can be converted into a touch screen. So whatever you draw on the tablet will be visible on the screen. So you can simulate your blackboard drawing or blackboard writing within the digital Google Classroom environment. Hope this really helps you. Thank you very much for your patient listening.